Hello everyone. Welcome to Lify Life, Gladiolus care, when to plant, cut and how to feed plants. This is a beautiful plant that pleases with huge flowers on long peduncles. Gardeners appreciate them for being bright, picky and easy to grow. Gladiolus belongs to the iris family, and there are a lot of different varieties, among which you can find small, large, fluffy and multicolored flowers. Flowering in gladioli depends on the variety, but most often begins in late July and ends in early autumn. How to choose bulbs. Choose your gladiolus bulbs carefully. These should not be old bulbs with a wide concave bottom, more than 1 centimeter, because this means that they have already bloomed and possibly more than once. Take for planting bulbs with a diameter of 2 to 4 centimeters with a bottom of 3 to 7 millimeters, not wrinkled, shiny. There is an opinion that the larger the bulb, the larger the flower will be, but this is not so. The size of the bulb does not affect the size of the future fruit bearing at all, because with proper care, a beautiful large flower can be grown even from a small bulb. How to prepare bulbs. Before planting the bulbs, they need to be peeled off and inspected for pests and diseases. Bulbs that are dry or on which there are some spots are not suitable at all. If there are wounds on the bulb, they need to be treated with brilliant green. In this state, carefully lay them out and leave in a warm place. After a while, the bulbs will sprout. So that pests and various diseases do not start on gladioli in the future. Before planting, soak the bulbs in a strong solution of potassium permanganate for 20-25 minutes. When and how to plant. They begin to plant gladiolus corms in the spring, when there are no more frosts, and the soil warms up to at least 13 degrees. To create continuous flowering of these plants in the flower bed, plant the bulbs every 10 days. Gladiolus love well-drained soil and full sun. They do not do well in heavy, damp soil. Grooves for planting should be about 15 to 25 centimeters, this depends on the size of the bulb itself. Large bulbs are recommended to be planted at a distance of 10 to 15 centimeters between them, medium -10 centimeters, and between children, 3 to 7 centimeters. Sand must be poured at the bottom of the groove. It is better not to plant large bulbs and children nearby, because the large ones will simply oppress the small ones. Also, do not plant gladioli 2 years in a row in the same place. After planting, water the soil abundantly and wait for germination. When the first sprouts appear, the ground around them can be covered with mulch, it can be rotted sawdust, peat, coconut substrate, this will help retain moisture and cope with weeds. How to care. Gladiolus do not like abundant watering and can rot. It is best to water them 1-2 times a week, not under the root, but make a small trench around the plant and water it. It is best to fertilize gladioli several times. The first feeding should be when the plants sprout and 2 or 3 leaves appear on them. It is best to use fertilizer with a predominance of nitrogen during this period. The second top dressing, when 5-6 leaves appear. In this case, it is better to use fertilizers with a predominance of phosphorus, potassium and a small amount of nitrogen. The third top dressing is very important, it is carried out in the summer, at the end of July or at the beginning of August. In this case, gladioli need to be fed with phosphorus and potassium. How and when to cut. In order for the bulb to fully form and mature, it needs leaves, which in no case can be cut off. Therefore, there is an easy way to save the leaves, and cut the peduncle as low as possible. To do this, count 5 leaves from the bottom of the plant and stick a knife, necessarily sterile, into the stem, just through the leaves. Turn the stem by hand and pull it out. This will keep the leaves intact. It is best to cut gladioli in the evening or early morning. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe for our new content. Click the bell sign to stay in contact with updates from us. Hope seeing you back on Lify Life.